Hello everyone! I am making a video where I am literally just talking. Why, you might wonder? It's because I wanted to take a minute to talk about something very, very hype. Elden Ring Nightreign. The reason I am making this video is because as a Souls gamer, as a Souls streamer, I am getting a lot of questions if I'm going to play it, if I'm going to stream it, and when I say that I am not going to and that it doesn't look interesting enough to me, people wonder why. When people come in with these questions, I have just started to do a generalized answer because I do not have 10 hours to explain exactly what I like and don't like about Nightreign every time somebody asks. So I just says I am not interested in Elden Ring Fortnite. Of course, one time there was a person who came into my stream. Well, what I was trying to do was to explain that I have an opinion, you have yours, that is perfectly fine. The person would not let it go. Out of this, I made a short clip on YouTube. Holy freaking god, the hate I received. Now, I understand if you don't agree with me, and no, it is not so simple as to call it Elden Ring Fortnite. This was something that came into my head because of the battle royale part of Elden Ring Nightreign. But I seriously got attacked for my weight, for my appearance, by faceless strangers online who could not handle the fact that Nightreign is not for me. So I am here today making this video to do a more thorough explanation both for my sweet followers who genuinely just want to know, and also for all of you haters out there. Here is why I will not be playing Elden Ring Nightreign. So I've seen the hype, I've watched trailers, I've been watching streamers play it, and I must admit, it is a fun game to watch. And I get why people are so excited, but for me, Nightreign just does not offer what I personally love about Souls games, especially for someone who mostly plays solos. And one of the primary reasons why I am mostly a solo player is because it's not because I don't have friends. My friends are spread out across the globe. There's time zones, people have their real lives, and most of my friends are also content creators. So finding time to play a game like Elden Ring Nightreign is just quite near impossible. What I love about Souls games is the discovery, the looking around for secrets. You can take things at your pace. You can tread into mysterious areas and carefully watch, like, oh, what is this? And you might discover a boss, you might discover an item, you might discover some gear, you might discover an NPC that you haven't met before. There's just so much to it. Most importantly, what I love about Souls games are the boss fights. Call me crazy, some people have called me crazy for that, but there's just something very satisfactory within me to take my time to learn a boss's pattern, you know, go in for the first 5-10 times and really just get to know the boss, get to know the dance, get to learn the coordination of all of this. Grinding through attempt after attempt and eventually earning a very hard-fought victory. For example, the first time I finished playing Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, fighting Consort Radahn took me 10 hours to beat. I did this without a summon. Now that is not part of this story and it's not really relevant, but that was the longest boss fight I have ever had in my time as a Souls gamer. No. Those 10 hours might have been a lot of frustration, a lot of emotion, a lot of like, I can't do this, and a lot of like, oh yeah, sure, I can do this, only to be let down again, to be brought up again. But eventually, I won the fight. The satisfaction of doing that is just something that I can never achieve in any other game than Souls games. And Nightreign comes here and it kind of throws it all out the window. It's a battle royale, you're dropped in, you scramble for loot while the area is shrinking, you're rushed, and it's chaotic, and it lacks the emotional payoff that makes a Souls game so special to me. Sure, there are bosses, of course, and some of them look really cool. I feel like there's big variety to them, but if you die, that's it. You're back to the start. And that kind of gameplay is just not appealing to me.
If you're a grown man who's hurt by this, get help. Even you can be saved.
And that is the reason that I am not playing Nightreign. And I'm not here to say that the game is bad. This is where people have to listen very very carefully. I am not in any way shitting on Nightreign. Whenever I have an opinion, this is my opinion of what I feel about something, and that does not mean that it's bad. Elden Ring Nightreign definitely looks very beautiful, and I must say, like I said earlier, it is fun to watch other streamers play it. So, to end this, that is why I will not be playing Elden Ring Nightreign. There is something, before I end this video, there is something that I have to address, and I have now addressed the deep reason why Nightreign is not appealing to me, and now I kind of feel like I have to address the hate a little bit. So now I have to talk about this wave of online hate I have gotten just for saying I'm not interested in Elden Ring Nightreign. And by hate, I mean a bunch of faceless persons on the internet losing their minds, going after my appearance, going after my weight, my entire existence, because I dare to not agree that this game is the holy grail of gaming.
Shocking. I know.
And listen, I got a thick skin. You can't hurt me. I have heard it all. And to be honest, watching you work so hard to try and insult me, it's kind of adorable. But here is to the real talk of the problem. Not everybody can brush this off like I can. So that's why I'm calling it out. Not for me, but for the people who get this kind of garbage every day just for having a different take on something. And also for you, because if you are a person who has to personally attack somebody because they don't like a game that you like, then you have some serious problems in here that you need to work on. And we all want the best for everybody, alright? So here's my advice. If you don't like me or anyone else online, just scroll on. Move on. Touch some grass. Drink water. Do a push-up. Work on yourself instead of writing a 5-paragraph hate comment under a video you did not have to watch. But hey, if you're still feeling bold and want to leave that hate comment anyway, go for it. Just know you'll always be a faceless, invisible rage on the internet. And when I see your comment, I'll know exactly what kind of weak masculinity I'm dealing with. Loud voices, tiny arguments, overcompensation levels,